Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I am going to be unboxing the Double Dip August Surprised Deluxe Mystery Box. And I do want to mention first, before we start off, that if you purchase the Double Dip Deluxe Mystery Box, the August box is actually completely sold out. So if you do purchase this box, you will actually get the next month's box, being the September box. I did just want to announce that I am a little late to filming this video, so that is the reason for that. Also, I do have a feeling that these boxes have been selling out very fast recently, so if you want to get these boxes, make sure you definitely sign up now. That way you are able to get the next month's box. But I wanted to quickly mention that. So I did show the insert card and all of the super cute stickers that are included. I love that. I think it's so fun. You can use these stickers on your water bottle, on your nail desk, on your drill, on whatever you may want to use them for. I then removed all of the crinkle paper, which is cute, adds a little cute touch, and also protects all of the goodies that are inside the box. And the first item I pulled out are these beautiful rhinestones. The only bad thing about these are they are not flat back. I personally don't like the ones that are not flat back, just because it is a little bit difficult to put them on the nail. They also stick out a little bit more, but these are so beautiful that I don't think I can't resist not using these. We get so many different colors. They are so shiny and just so beautiful. The camera truly doesn't do justice for how gorgeous these rhinestones are. They are just so beautiful. The way they shift in the sunlight, they are just stunning. The next item is some pearls, which these are flat back, which is amazing because if you have ever used pearls that are the complete circle pearl, they are super hard to place on the nail, but these ones are nice because they are flat back. We do get larger to medium and then the whole way to the smaller pearls. I love these. I use them in today's nail set just because I feel they are very classy and just make a nail set pull together. The next item are some fun summer stickers. Honestly, for this box, I was hoping that it was going to be more of a fall autumn theme, but fingers crossed that the next month's box is going to be that fall theme, just because I am super excited for fall. This one, I think they kind of still stuck with the summer theme. Sorry, I'm having troubles talking. It's very early in the morning for me. I'm not used to doing my voiceovers this early, so I do apologize. But we also get another sticker sheet, and these ones are like black with some gold accents and palm trees, umbrellas, summer, just kind of like a beachy theme sticker set. The next item, and my absolute favorite item from this month's box, is foils. I have been loving foils recently, and these ones I loved so much. So these foils, you do get a good variety. There is a lot of different things on each foil. I personally like these type of foils because they are kind of like stickers. You can cut out what design you want. Say I want to use one of the cactus or the rose. I can just specifically cut that one out of the foil and then use that on the nail set like a regular foil, but it would be like a sticker. I love these foils. There are so many different designs in here. They are kind of all like fine line, like things like roses, flowers, faces, hearts, super beautiful, and you get a good mix of colors of those as well. And I'm also very glad that they actually included some foil gel in the box as well, because if you've never used foils before and you get those foils and don't have the foil gel, it's kind of pointless. You can't really use them. So I did really like that they also included the foil gel. We also get the swatch sticks, which I also really love they include in their boxes because you may want to swatch the dip powder colors but not have swatch sticks. So I really like that they include these. That way you can still swatch the 3 dip powder shades that are included in your box. So I am going to be swatching those, but first here is just an overlook of everything that was included in the August box. Like I said, this box is sold out. I'm not sure if these are available on their website, like purchasing these items individually, but if they are, I will be linking them in the description box below. So for the dip powder shades, I did get Pool Party, the Mystery Color, and I can't see right now, I can't see which one. Dreams Come True, I believe. This one here was Pool Party. This one is the Mystery Color. I loved all of these. They all had glitter in them. This one I used today. I loved it so much. I also tried a little hack that I saw with this one, so make sure you keep watching for that. And then here is Dream Come True, and this one is also a very beautiful dip powder as well. These all have some fine and chunky pieces of glitter in them, except for Pool Party. Oh wait, Pool Party actually had butterfly sequins in it. Super beautiful. I loved all of these dip powders. So I'm just swatching these with the step number 1, the dip base, and I'm just swatching them on the inside of the swatch stick. For the swatches, I did only do 1 coat of the color, but these are definitely full of glitter and super fun and pretty, and I just love all the colors. The middle one was definitely my favorite, I have a feeling. I don't know. It was hard to pick a favorite, but they were so beautiful. So I do want to mention that if you do decide to purchase the Double Dip Deluxe Mystery Box for the next month, you can use my code BSMYSTERY. That will be on screen and in the description box. But if you use that code, you will get a free gift with your purchase. I do know that Double Dip was working on having, when you apply that code, they were working on being able to have it pop up, the free gift, but if it does not pop up, do not worry. If you use that code and purchase the Deluxe Mystery Box, a free gift will still be included in your order. So here are the swatch sticks. You can tell they have chunky and fine glitter. The last one here does have butterfly sequins, and that middle one actually did have some Mickey Mouse ears. Super cute. So if you missed out on the Mickey Mouse collection, you may have received that one in your mystery box. So now let's go ahead and jump into the nail set. I did apply my half cover nail tips. Today I'm going to be doing half cover nail tips instead of full cover nail tips. I'm going to be using the Mystery Color, and I'm also going to be using 584 Beauty Queen, which is a very pretty pink color, and also 610 Rosewater, which is a very nice nude. So I really wanted to incorporate the foils in this nail set, so I was like kind of debating whether or not if I should use the dip powders, and then I remembered a TikTok nail hack that I saw a while back where you can actually sift out the chunkier glitter pieces from your dip powder and have a more like fine glitter dip powder mix. So that TikTok will be up on screen. I'm not sure of the girl's at, but that will be in the description box and on screen as well, just because like, thank you so much, girl. This is an amazing hack. Like I was so happy that I had found this later on and then like did this hack because it removed the chunkier glitters, the Mickey Mouse heads, and I didn't want that in the nail set because it wouldn't have matched with the nail foils. I didn't want to do a Disney nail set, so using this hack was 100% like, it was amazing. So what I did is just took this little bag, which Double Dip actually sends the dip powders in these bags, so that is a pretty cool plus as well. So I just took one and I cut it just because the bags are pretty large and I didn't really need a super large bag for the dip powder. And this process, let me just tell you, it is kind of a messy process, but it works so good. Like I was amazed. If you don't like chunky dip powders, but you still like the fine glitter that's in the dip powder, try this. It is amazing. I was like so surprised. I kind of just poured a little bit of dip powder in the bag. The bag is obviously like kind of like a filter pretty much. And you can just shake it. You can stir the powder that's in it, and all of the fine glitter and the like clear dip powder will come out of the bag and go into the container that you're putting it in, but all of the chunky glitter pieces will actually stay in the bag because they can't come through the holes, because the holes in the bag are super small. And then you have a finer glitter dip powder, and then you can take these glitter pieces and just use them as regular sequins, glitter, whatever, or you can, when you're done, just pour it all back into the glitter dip powder container, and it is that easy. It's a messy process. I was pretty messy with it. I tried to save all the dip powder and glitter as I could. I wasn't trying to waste any of it, but it was a little bit hard to do. Like, if you try it, you'll realize what I mean. But I was so happy with this because I was actually now able to use this dip powder shade and incorporate it into the nail set where it looked a lot nicer. It kind of matched the theme of the nail set that I was going for. And I also didn't have to include the Mickey Mouse sequins that were actually in this dip powder, which that is the whole point. I loved the dip powder, but I didn't want to do a Mickey Mouse or Disney nail set. I kind of wanted to do a more like minimalistic, classy, girly nail set. So that is the reason for me wanting to like remove these sequins in there. But yeah, as you can see, I kind of just sifted it out. I'm now putting the chunky glitter pieces into a separate container. And then I have the regular dip powder. I have the sifted out fine, and then I also have all of the chunky glitter pieces, which you can put back into the dip powder, or you can just save them in a separate container. This hack is absolutely amazing. I love it so much, and I totally recommend you trying it out as well. If you have a chunky dip powder that you kind of want to thin out, this would also work if you were wanting to use it as a acrylic powder instead. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the actual dip powder application now. I am going to be using the dip base from the Essential Dip Liquids, and I'm actually applying the dip powder on half cover nail tips instead of full cover nail tips today. I usually do full cover tips just because it's a lot easier for me, and because I don't actually wear the nails, it just saves a lot of dip powder. But in my last dip powder video, I did have a lot of comments asking me to do half cover nail tips instead of full cover. So you guys requested, and I am going to go ahead and use the half cover today. So for this process, when you are using half cover tips, you are going to need to build up the nail and kind of build that apex and get a better structure for the nail, because the half cover tip does not give you much structure at all, only basically the shape. So for my first layer of dip powder, I am taking the dip base and applying a nice thin layer of that to the center of the nail, kind of just taking that brush, starting where that half cover nail tip and my natural nail free edges, and going from there to the free edge of the nail tip. As you can see, I'm just doing one stroke going down the nail, and that will be my first layer of dip powder. I also do want to mention that this is actually my very first time using dip powder on half cover nail tips, and I was honestly pretty surprised. I didn't have that perfect structure or that perfect apex, but doing this method, it was very easy, and honestly, it didn't even really take much more time than if I were to use full cover nail tips instead. So for that first layer, I went ahead and did that to all of the nails. I did my pink, I did the nude, and I also did clear on the nails I'm going to be adding the glitter to. For my second layer, I went ahead and brushed away any remaining powder from all of the nails. Very important step, make sure you aren't skipping that. And then I just took that dip base and went in again and kind of just put more of the dip base on a larger surface of the nail, kind of covering that full nail tip, but also having that overhang on the back where the half cover nail tip and the free edge of my natural nail meets. kind of just covering the whole nail tip, but also going back a little bit. And when I came to here, the nails were a little bit long, so I did have to pour the powder over, but super easy. And I'm just covering each step, like each dip powder layer, I'm kind of just covering more of the nail's surface and getting more of that dip powder color on the nail. And this is what will really help you build up a structure and a good apex. Because if you were to just go in with a full layer, covering that entire nail with the dip base and then dipping into your color, you are going to have a very thin nail, and you really aren't going to have much wiggle room to build the nail structure. So taking it layer by layer, step by step, it is helping you be able to give that nail strength and also building up a little bit of an apex. So I did want to mention that, like I said, I'm using the pink, the nude, and then also for my thumb and pinky, I'm just using the clear base dip powder, because for those two nails, I'm going to be using the glitter. But if you have ever used a glitter dip powder, you know it bulks up your nail super fast because it is full of glitter. So building the nails, I'm actually just building them with the clear base. I also did want to mention that you can actually build all of the nails with your clear base instead of building it with the color. I do know that the clear base is a lot more stronger and has, like, I don't know how to describe it. It kind of just gives the nail a little bit more strength. So if you are having problems with your nails being too thin or not strong enough to withstand what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, I would recommend, instead of using the color to build your nail, actually go in with that 000 clear base dip powder and build the nail with that, and then go in with your color on top. So each layer here, like I said, I'm just repeating the same process and applying the dip base to a larger surface of the nail. And this really helped me to allow the nail to really get that strength instead of just going in with a full coat, a full coat, a full coat. I'm kind of just taking it step by step and building the nail. So for the pinky and the thumbnail, like I said, they are going to be the glittered nails. So once I came to the layer of dip powder where I was going to be covering the entire nail surface, that is when I went from the clear dip powder to the actual glitter dip powder. So now on this layer, I'm actually taking the dip base and applying it to the entire nail, and then I will be dipping that straight into the glitter dip powder and repeating that same thing for my thumb. I also did want to mention that for how many coats I applied to these nails, I actually did 5 dip powder layers, which is a lot more than I were to have done if I was just doing this on regular full cover nail tips, just because, like I keep saying, half cover nail tips do not give you that strength, that apex, like full cover nail tips do. So you're going to have to build the nail up yourself and make sure that it is going to have that good strength to it. I also cannot remember correctly or not, so I may have actually done 6 layers of dip powder. Off camera, I may have actually went in over top of all of the nails and done 1 layer of 000, the clear base dip powder, just because these nails are a very long length. And even though I wasn't wearing them, I was just going to be popping them off, I still wanted to give them a good look and a good structure overall. So I may have done 6 layers, so just keep in mind around 5 to 6 layers of dip powder for this length of nail. And I also do want to mention, once I got to the actual full cover of the nail, like when I was applying the dip base to the entire nail and pouring the dip powder covering that entire nail, when I got to that step, I did 1 layer and then I did another full layer of dip powder. That way, when it came to filing, I wasn't filing away all of the color when I was buffing and filing. I actually had a good cover color and the color was there. Also, for the glitter nails, I only did one layer of the glitter dip powder. For the second layer, I went in with the clear base to encapsulate the glitter. And again, when it came to filing, I wasn't like going in and filing and buffing away all of that glitter. So I believe here, this is my last layer of dip powder, and you can see I'm just going in and covering that entire nail with the dip base and just pouring over the dip powder and getting that entire nail covered with another full coverage of the color. For the glitter nails, again, I'm using the clear instead of the glitter dip powder. I hope this is all making sense. Like I said, this is my first time doing it this way, so I was still a very beginner to applying my dip powder to half cover nail tips, so I hope it isn't too confusing or too like, oh, I'm applying it here and here and here and here. So I do apologize for that, but just keep in mind for this length of nail, I did go in with about 5 to 6 layers of dip powder. After the dip powder was applied to all of my nails, I did go ahead and brush away the excess remaining powder, and then I'm going in with the activator, which is a very important step. You are going to want to apply a very generous coat of this to all of your nails, and this is what will harden up your nails and allow the dip powder to essentially activate and allow the nails to be hard, and then you can file. After I waited for the activator to dry, I'm now just going to go in with a little bit of filing. I was honestly super proud of myself with how the application of these nails looked. When starting this video, I thought I was going to do so bad because it was my first time using half cover nail tips. I thought that the nails were going to look so bulky, so thick, and I thought I was going to need to do so much filing. But honestly, I was very surprised. I was able to keep a very nice, clean application and not allowing the nails to get super bulky. So for my filing, it was pretty basic, pretty quick. I took a hand file, which is a 100/180 grit, and I just went around the cuticles, the free edge, shaping up the nail, and also going on the sides and the top of the nail to debulk them just a little bit. Once I was finished with the hand file, I did go in with my buffing block to make sure I remove the shine from the nail, and removing the shine will also buff out any of the scratches in the nail and make sure you have a very smooth surface. I did do that off camera, but once I was all finished filing and buffing, I did go ahead and brush away all of that dust, and now I am taking my second layer of activator, which is super important. Do not skip this because you have just buffed and filed. The nails have now opened like different scratches in them, so you just want to kind of seal and reactivate your nails by applying some more activator. I have a feeling this video is moving so quickly and I don't have enough time to say what I want to say, but we are now already on to the nail design. Like I said, I loved these foils. I didn't want to miss out and not use them. So for the colors of the nail set, I kind of picked them around this foil sheet here. These colors in these foils were just so beautiful. I love the pink with the black and the nude. And also I thought this foil really matched the glitter dip powder a lot. So I was just kind of sticking to wanting to use this foil. So for this foil, it's kind of a cut out your image and use that specific image. So what I'm doing is just looking over the foil and cutting out what I actually want to use. I decided to use 2 faces, and then I also used a flower, and then I used some hearts as well. After I had all of my foil pieces cut out, I was now ready to apply the foil gel. I'm going to be doing my foils on both of the nude nails, so I'm just taking that foil gel and applying a nice thin, even coat of that to both of the nails. And then I went ahead and read the back of the bottle, and it actually said to cure for 1 to 2 minutes, I believe. I can't remember correctly, but I know one of the curing times was 1 minute. So I went ahead and put these nails into the nail lamp for a full 1 minute cure. And then I'm just taking my nail foils and sticking them on the nail where I want them. Keep in mind, when you place that nail foil, it is going to be hard to get it up because the foil glue is very sticky and these are for transferring the image. So when you place that foil, make sure you are slowly lowering it and placing it exactly where you want it, because once you place it, it's kind of stuck there and that's where it's going to stay. If you actually rub off the image and you do not like it, you can take a brush and some acetone and actually just remove the image from your nail. If that does happen, you will have to go in with a second layer of the foil gel, just because if you apply a second image where you rub that acetone, it won't have that sticky transfer surface any longer. So you will need to go in with a second layer. But once you place your image, you are just going to want to rub it down. You can use a silicone tool, you can use your fingers. I prefer using my fingers, but sometimes I do go in with my silicone tool just to make sure I have completely rubbed in the foil. And then once you think you have rubbed it enough, you can slowly lift up the clear paper and see if the image is transferred, kind of like those little tattoos that we used to do when we were kids. Just kind of put it on your skin, put some water, and then you lift it up before it was too soon, before it was transferred. Don't do that. Do it very slowly and see if the image is being transferred. And then if it is, you can keep lifting it and lifting it. And then you will have a very clean transfer. This foil gel was amazing. I was so surprised with it. These foils were also very amazing quality. I do know that the foil gel is available on the Double Dip website, so if you are looking for a good foil glue, I 100% recommend this one. It was amazing. And if you do want to purchase anything from the actual Double Dip Nails website, I do have a code for that where you can use Brandy20 and save 20% off. So I will be linking this foil gel in the description box because it's amazing. If you need a foil glue, this one is definitely it. Look at those transfers. I was in love. I was so happy. They looked so good. I only rubbed a little bit and then I was able to peel it up and that image was transferred. I was so surprised. These nails were so cute. I loved them so much. To seal the foils in, I am taking the Bellavina No Wipe Top Coat. This is also available on the Double Dip Nails website and will be in the description box below. My favorite top coat. I love it. It's so glossy. It is the perfect consistency. It isn't too thick or too thin, but when you apply it, it really gives off that thick, glossy look. And I just love it so much. So I am going to be applying that to these two nails. I then did go ahead and cure for 30 seconds in the nail lamp. After those two nails were cured, I'm now going to go in with my top coat on the index finger. And don't question it. I don't know why I didn't just apply this to the top coat to all of the nails. I'm thinking it's because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do on the index finger yet. So I was kind of taking it step by step. But obviously, you can just apply the top coat to all of the nails and it will cure the exact same. You don't have to do it one by one like I did. But I did go ahead, apply the top coat to the pink nail. I cured for 30 seconds in the nail lamp. And then I decided that I wanted to use the flat back pearls and kind of just scatter them on the nail. So I'm just using some rhinestone glue and applying this to the surface of the nail where I want to place the pearls. And then I'm just going in and placing the pearls, giving off a scattered pearl look. I love this. I think it fit so perfectly with the nail set, made it look a bit more girly and classy. I then went ahead and cured that for 30 seconds in the nail lamp, and now I'm finishing off the set with some top coat on both of the glitter nails. Super beautiful. I loved the glitter nail hack again. If you haven't tried that nail hack, I recommend it. It's so fun and you can change a dip powder within seconds. After all of the top coat was cured, I'm now just taking the double dip cuticle oil and applying that to my cuticles to nourish them and top off the nail set. Like I always say, this cuticle oil is amazing. It really nourishes your cuticles. It doesn't leave you feeling oily, and it just tops off that nail set, makes your nail set shine. Your cuticles look amazing. And look at this nail set. I love it so much. It's pink, it's girly, and honestly, it kind of gives off like a girly fall vibe to me. I don't know, I'm really loving it. I love the line faces in the flower. I think that's so cute. I also really love the dip powder. It's very fun and different from the actual color that it was, just shifting out those thicker or the bigger glitter sequin pieces. I love this nail set. Don't forget that you can subscribe to the Double Dip Deluxe Mystery Box, but if you do just subscribe, you will get the September box, not this box. I will be looking on the Double Dip website and trying to link down below the items that I can find on the website, but here is the outside shots of this nail set. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video, but as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.